Protectorate, you say? Pasai, you say? Okay, Pasai is somebody who I don't want to pee in the cornflakes of. That about does it for small little crappy nations I can really take around here. Pegu, maybe, but they got some big ass friends. I'll need some diplomats to figure it out anyway. Would you say this 500 ducat income achievement is easier for you to accomplish than your semi-world conquest? Oh, if you semi-world conquest. Yeah, it would be easier, just blobbed like hell. But my back's against the wall here in terms of getting all that money in time. And so we need to multiply it by 5 on the double. Good to see that they still don't have any friends, but they have 10 years to get some. Also got to remember that England were not part of this coalition, and Oldenburg have claimed Oxfordshire. What is the total development of England? Because that's going to tell me whether or not they're going to give in to it. ABCD England. Okay, they are not going to give up Oxfordshire without a fight. Thankfully we are well prepared to give them such a fight. And I'm so glad to see Oxfordshire just spreading that Norse for me. Giving me the time I need to actually spread it myself. Mogadishu just asking to die. We've taken Goa and we need to figure out the rest of this stuff. Can't threaten war against you since you are a subject nation. So Vijayanagar is actually causing us a bit of problems by getting all these friends on their side. Could bring an ass load of ships down here to suckle the trade out, but I'd rather get my hands on those important centre of trades, which are far more important. Bengal only has Pasai as a friend. Pegu, your thoughts towards Pasai? Hostile towards them. Similarly, Jampur, Pasai, friendly, neutral. Neutral, hostile, ally, ally. Pasai would be able to get around and into Bengal, which is a shame for us. One more thought, Bengal and Jampur, mutual rivals. So I could drop in and take these, but unless I grab the capital, they're not going to be giving me diddly. I would need to bring in a whole load of force. Still, while we're on a conquering spree, why stop here? Remember, I need to grab everything I can to make some money, and admin points is not something that's slowing us down here. Give Oldenburg more English provinces so that they can convert them, Jake. Well, I've already cored them. I really don't want to do that. Besides, I can core them. It's just going to take quite a while. It'll take less time to fight. No, you get nothing. Go away. Thankfully, manpower is at long last returning to us. The Ottomans see us as the good friend that we always have been. The Russian trust is gone. Spent so long building it up, only for them to just pee in our face. Oh well. Let's get extremely, Brunei, eh? Brunei is not going to help you, Baton. Brunei is really not going to help you. They're not who I was going for here, but grabbing Makassar is a big help in this trade area, the Moluccas. And Brunei actually have rather a lot. Majapahit, not so much, but they're allied with Vijayanagar. Could defeat them, but no, Vijayanagar would cause me no shortage of issues. Okay, Baton should be easy enough for us to kill, allied or not to Brunei. Still, we'll come for them in a little bit. Because we have two other folks we want to kill, Ternate and Tidor, and not without good reason, trust me on this one. These two provinces have a Spice Islands +3 goods modifier. We want that because, the money you can make on it. And I'm all about making the money. So we're going to grab both of them at once, because that's just how we roll. We don't need a lot. These guys are sat here doing nothing for so very long. Doing very little but developing a province just for us. And wow, they've really been at that. Improved it 4 times, right where it matters. Building buildings too. It's all very generous of them. So we're going to come along and say it's ours. Getting my ass kicked by all of Europe has really brought out the despot in me. There's a lot of people that need to die, and we have to dish out the killings. I got no problem dishing out land to the clergy here. Their influence is pretty high, but not so high that I fear it. And I need to get these provinces converted to top priority so that I can focus everything onto Scandinavia when it comes to it. So this still isn't quite Ryukyu World Conquest levels of God, I gotta do everything right now. But still, I'm glad I brought my whole fleet over though, because I'm going to have to take these guys on pretty carefully. I don't think I'm going to need all my army over here for things that I'm doing, and if I'm focusing on overseas I might want more of it here, because more is more. Especially since I don't think we could take on Brunei on their island there, but we might be able to take them on here. We'll give it some thought. Brunei's other friends are, yeah, Pasai for starters. I'm not looking to completely take over all this land, but I do want to make a bit of a splash. Thankfully they have all this money for me, and I do love money, especially when it just trickles away. The inflation, that is, not the money. Heavens no, I would not enjoy it just trickling away. So once these two battles, well, they barely qualify as battles, eh? Get ourselves repaired up, and take it all. I want to add it to here, but I also want to... heck, we'll just add it. No need for autonomy, that's not something worth worrying about. Same with you. Farewell, and give me the dosh. Sometimes one of these guys wins out, but not often. Turn 8, more often than not, in my experience, tends to come out on top here. And I'm very proud of them for it. But now I need to go over and grab Makassar. Jake, what idea group are you going to take next? Well, like I said, we don't do good ideas around here. So you have to look at this list of ideas and tell me what is the worst idea at this point. Humanism is still great. Admin, adaptability. Religious would be amazing. Yeah, no military ideas at this point are bad though, so they're all out. Castile, there's nothing you can really do to help me out here. Makassar will be mine. But there's no real point in taking the landing penalty there. We'll make our way over to Palopo. Also gives us a little moment to grab our numbers again. Castilian La Plata, never ever stable. So there we go, you take care of that. We also want a siege general to back us up. And once this is down, doesn't look like it's going to last very long. We're also going to make our way over to Baton. Just a single man should do it though. 6,000 natives, mind. And how many times am I going to forget about my siege guy? Don't think it matters at this point though. Whew. Jake, maybe diplomatic. Oh, I think we threw diplomacy out the door quite a while ago. Right, my worst nightmare is Denmark allying France. They have not, and they continue to not, but there's no guarantee that they never will. So this will be okay. I'm going to grab some land off of Brunei as well, just for giggles, because I severely doubt they have this area defended. Well, I don't just have to doubt, I can infiltrate, administrate, and it tells me they certainly do not. So as soon as this province is down, or maybe even beforehand, because they're not even building anything there. Oof. Oh. Ouch. Thank God it's not for very long. Because now is not the time for peace. Now is the time for a piece of Asian ass. This place isn't held back by forts, and they're not building a fort here, so we're still going to go for it. We want to have a very good relationship with the Ottomans, since they'll keep us from dying horribly. There's been a lot of that lately. Makassar is down. And we'll be throwing everything we can onto the Brunei Islands here, since they cannot defend. Truce with Liège is up. Sadly, I'm at war and cannot demand provinces. Also, I'm in a Regency Council. Cannot demand provinces. But, thankfully, maybe... yeah, our Regency Council will end before the truce is up. So we can go and gobble down on the disgusting Danes. Honestly, though, these guys are so far behind in tech, I could probably just come in and take it all for myself. I think these guys have this part sorted. Gonna split you in half and have two of you on the case, though. One gets the siege general, one gets very little. Onwards. Jake, sabotage reputation of Lesser Denmark to make them less likely to have friends. That's a really pretty good idea. Rivals, enemies, and neighbours. Sadly, I'm their only neighbour. And they only have two rivals that wouldn't affect anyway. Sowing discontent would lower legitimacy, which would lower that, but they already get +1 legitimacy, so it would not help at all. No, I can't see that helping us out there. I've been sabotaging France's reputation for a while now. Could agitate for liberty one of their colonial nations, though that might drag them into something a little horrible. Antilles, French Canada, and Colombia. The Antilles are probably pretty loyal already. Oh no, they got 100 liberty desire, but they're probably scared of France. Right, what are we all about now? We're making lots of cores, which makes you very tempting. But I'm also needing all that money. No, we're making lots of cores. Ka-ching. It's funny, I never even imagined I would be feeling the time pressure on this campaign. But I'm feeling the time pressure on this campaign, I tell you that. I also want a leader with some maneuver here because it speeds up the rate of reinforcement. And I want you two to be big and strong. So when all's said and done, you're going to be losing that, and I want to take an important centre of trade here. And then maybe some. Who's to say? Ternate, welcome to being mine. How close to the achievement are you? What's the current income, Jake? This question comes up quite a lot, but we are at 118. That will go up quite a lot when we eventually bring Denmark back into our sphere. This isn't so hot, neither of these are coming along because we're 1 unit short on both. Oh, we'll just pile everything into one of them. And once I grab this province, since it borders here, I won't be taking attrition here anymore, which is rather nice. And once these are both done, I can get both of these going in tandem. What a wonderful situation. Cumbria down, and I'm very keen to get all of the British Isles converted, even though it's going to be a royal pain in the bum. Clergy already have you here. But the clergy are fickle beasts, because this keeps going down. And it's very difficult to get up without just giving them loads more land. Well, loads more land is what they're going to have to get, even though their loyalty goes up by a tiny amount, and it goes down way quicker. Proving very difficult to keep them loyal, actually. Gotta hope for some good events there. I did add all of you to that, which is good. And autonomy is not something that I have to worry about, which is also good. Oh, this is all very regrettable. Near the end, Jake, you can choose the tax or the trade efficiency for extra income. I'm aware of that, but that is not important for now. For now, I need to expand and grab all the money I can. Right, infiltrate, administrate, got caught. That's acceptable. What I need are lots of merchants and just generally loads of money. This overseas stuff isn't going to give me much money, but it certainly gives me the merchants, because I can be the dominant force inside the trade companies. And if I control any of Malacca, which I would love to in time, it's going to be a little difficult to get influence here, since that means ringing down Pasai. Thankfully they're in the Chinese tech group. I should be able to just march in with most of my army and grab almost all of this. It would go a lot better if I had an opening, which I don't, but I can probably make one. Pasai have a lot of friends as well, and I mean a lot of friends. Yikes. Yarkand too. Oh well, we can think about that. Gonna grab those provinces off of you, and I'm going to need to control that. That's acceptable though. You two lads, get on it. Because I want that important center of trade. Yes, that important center of trade. Sometimes I amaze myself. There we go. We need that blockade efficiency plus 50%. The extra income I make off of these blockades. Wonderful. By wonderful, I mean, what's the point? Jake, take the island off of Brunei. You probably mean this one. So you can grab claims. I'd have to grab this province as well, but some claims could always help there. I'm not concerned about Gotland. They can have it. Yeah, I guess if I threw all my units there, that would certainly work. And I could get those juicy claims. Not enough to get aggressive expansion for a coalition, which is rather nice. And I also want to keep a close eye on the the trade company region here. This is the Indonesian charter, and this is the Malacca charter. Indonesian charter, yeah, I'll have to just rip Pasai to shreds. And I can do that after I have a good bit of slugging out with you. What in the world? Bataan are all the way over here? That's just nasty. But kind of cool. Let's go and... Bully. Don't I have more transports than just you? I was fairly certain I had another stack of them. Or am I just blind again? Oh, they're both right there. Okay. Let's get you over to Hamburg and go and kill them if we can't take this out enough. Jake, how come you're so swole? Because you stick to something and you don't stop. It's like a trick to anything, really. We're probably not doing that sieging over here, right? No, we are. Dang. Gotta hand it to Bataan. They took this war. They took the fight to me, which is pretty impressive. Alright, let's go for a little march. That I didn't see coming. Probably should have paid some attention to this, but I was under the impression that the revolt risk wasn't too high around here. I guess I thought wrong. Well, that's okay. They can run around all they want. We'll take care of them shortly enough. 10 prestige would be nice, but can't deny the desire for diplo power at this point in time. And I keep forgetting about my siege guy. 1 siege pip on its own is very important. We'll have you take that then. Of all the places that Bataan could have gone though, and they didn't go back to their home province, they were enough to ship over all these people. And that was as far as they could go. Alright. I can get there, which is fine. And then I'm sure my friends can de-siege their own province. We're good. We're better than good. We are not half. What are you doing, Ottomans? Ottoman-Tuscan imperialist war. Whatever you do, don't call me into that, please. Whatever you do, don't call me into that. Who fought who, by the way? You attacked Tuscany, and you thought it was going to go well, with France backing them. Jeez, weren't you in 7,000 ducats of debt? Alright, there we go. That keeps you off my noggin. And it also gives us the war score we need to secure the areas we want. Which does include that. I'd probably be able to take it, actually, if I just send myself out like this. Since it is connected to an area that has a fort. Maybe. May work on this game, but it's difficult to remember absolutely everything about it. Jake, turn off join offensive wars for the Autos. Very unlikely they would keep me as a friend if I did that. Very unlikely. I wonder if they're just going to break alliance for that. It might just give me the alert if they feel like doing that. Certainly hope so. Can't guarantee it though. But with this, I'll be able to get that piece I'm after. And when it comes down to it, we'll be out of the... Nice, we can, because we already have a fort in the region. Regency will be over soon, and everything will be a-okay. Taking all your money. And I wonder if it's worth my time to grab a bit more land. Thing is that... No, I can't demand that because of the fort that's over here. Could demand more of this, though. But I'm not sure if I want to push my aggressive expansion too high in this region as well. I need to let it burn off, so that when I come for Pasai, they know I mean business. No, that looks more than good enough for me. Thanks for everything, Bataan. But unlike last time, I am going to convert these provinces, because it's pretty easy for me to do so. +2 for being animist. Well, I say pretty easy, that doesn't look very easy. Yeah, hell. No need to worry about it. Keep that autonomy high, because we don't really care. It does mean that our trade power is going to be pretty high, halved by all that. But there's no real need to worry. Hopefully this time they don't rise up, and we're going to have to go head back and take care of some Omani rebels. But I can deal with that. We can all deal with that. There's no fort for us to worry about there either. Hop to it, lads. Oh, well, that's kind of nice if they want to go and fight the Omani. Good old Yemen. Now we're still sitting on these diplomats with nothing better to do. England. I kind of want this province that's occupied by your pretender rebels. Can I just have it, pretty please? Jake, invade Japan, and oh shoot. Improving relations with France. Neutral, friendly. France still have loads of allies. It's unlikely they'll grab another, but you can't be too wary about these things. Aragon getting involved as well as soon as this little matter of the Regency is over. We'll have some stuff to talk about. This province is getting all up in my face because of its greedy trade company. if they end up being too greedy, I'm just going to increase autonomy there. No time for reps. I know that's a strange thing for me to be saying. Jake, lazy merchant. Great, we were good enough to actually bag an extra one there. Now we are collecting over here in Zanzibar and we have a lot of power. Kilwa is taking away some of it. But I'll be taking away some of Kilwa, and by some I mean all of Kilwa. We don't have much control over the Gulf of Aden, at least not yet. But we will. We will. But that doesn't answer the question of what to do with my lazy merchant. Still want everything to pour into Lubeck, and I'm already doing that. Could grab a chunk out of Novgorod, or I could focus on our newfound money here. Moluccas actually make half decent cash for now, so until we can transfer trade from Malacca, we'll do that. Also Pasai, we now have reason to believe that your provinces belong to us. It's funny how we overlooked this for so long, but that province of Malacca looks like it should belong to us. The issue is they're big and have lots of big friends. It's unlikely they'll give in to us, but it's worth having a little poke at them to see if they'll do it. Also, I don't like seeing my merchants here. Heck, it's very rare for me to actually want to see my my fleets here as well, but excellent. We're in business now. We can declare wars and threaten wars. Just generally war. Now I want Oxfordshire. I want it quite a lot. And there's a small matter that England are all the way over here. That's kind of useful for us because we can go and kill them with our troops that are right here. Unfortunately though, we've got some rebel problem to deal with. We'll deal with it though. Yeah, I really do feel like I should have extra units overseas. Privateers, better relations over time down? I think never. Jake, embargo your rivals. Tuscany, France and Russia. Could help with PP. Embargo. Embargo. And one more for good luck when we can. Nah, we still have a truce, so that's a no-no. England though, England should die. The thing is, those reps are going to be a little busy there for now. Can I afford another fleet of... Yes, I can afford lots of fleets. We're going to grab ourselves another 24 of these bad boys. Expensive and time consuming now that we lost quite a few of our ports there, but it frees us up to grab you guys. And we're going to go and crush what's left of England. Pretty fair. And also, half of you guys should actually go over to deal the blow to England. I wonder if they'd give us military access, because then we could crush the rebels for them, but nah, they're probably not that wise. Just like these guys, unwilling to let us go and crush their own rebels for them. How very short-sighted of them. And you there. We're still making all the cores, so we'll keep you on the go. Jake, approaching mill cap. Yeah, I can't believe how capped we're getting on everything. Thankfully you still don't have friendship with France. But how about that... Oh yeah, there's still the truce in place. And you have... Good, you have the claim on Antwerp. They were kind of willing to give it up before. Maybe they'll do it again. Recently gave into threat, but we can yet get more out of you, which is lovely. This is not so lovely. They managed to reconvert Brest. Lublin will need to go though. It's alright though. I'm confident in how things are going here. Light infantry companies. Feels like such a waste to be spending my mill on this. But we'll do it. Get some reformed Asian musketeers on the go. And be more than ready